weekend?
Our general theme of our Driftless Region Beef Conference is looking at the upper Midwest beef production and the symbiotic relationship we have between corn and grain production and cattle production.
Okay. What are some of the exhibits that are being set up right now?
Right now, it's our sponsors that are setting their exhibits up. I think we have about 19 sponsors this year that help fund the conference and then have a display booth here.
Okay.
Everything from marketing to pharmaceuticals, feed, industry, everything along the line.
Yeah. And I know there's quite a few speakers, but can you maybe talk about just a couple of them that might be of interest?
Sure. Well, our first two are probably the ones that are the most exciting. One is Alfredo DiCostanzo from Minnesota, and he's going to talk about that corn unit as a part of the production system with cattle, and when do we harvest grain, do we harvest silage, earlage, the study they've done looking at that. Our second speaker this afternoon is Mary Junowski from Nebraska, and she's done a lot of work with grazing corn stovers, so we're going to have her kind of focus that, addressing that issue of compaction potential and some of those kind of things. So that's kind of our kickoff.
Okay.
And then after our break, we've got Carl Babler and Karen Voits. We're going to do a session on marketing cattle, since we're kind of in a bottom, or not a bottom, but a down market,
Okay.
to have them talk a little bit about some market risk.
And I might be coming to one at 3:45 about the beef and FVDs or whatever.
VFDs, the Veterinary Feed Directive, is a new regulation that went in place on January 1st. And we've got Dr. Shipley from Illinois to come out and talk about how do we better manage the operation to use less antibiotics now that this VFD rule is in place.
Yeah. And the VFD, it's trying to limit it a little bit already, right? But can you just explain just a slight bit?
Well, the Veterinary Feed Directive is really directed to require some veterinary oversight anytime we use antibiotics that are important in human medicine in animal production. And so there's that component of having to work with a veterinarian now. Part of the overall purpose is to reduce use, but part of it is just also to better manage the use of those antibiotics that could be used in human production.
And Dr. Shipley is going to be talking about that?
Yes. His focus is really going to be on what can a producer do to reduce their need for antibiotic use.
That's